Baba Booey. So, sometime last video I talked about something very wonderful happening. Something very nice did happen. Link in the description. If you don't really care about that, that's cool too. Here's the video. I have a couple thoughts about waiting. It's come to my attention that I've been waiting a lot recently. Like when I started to get back into reading inner engineering, and I started to do Surya Kriya for the first time, I remember thinking, I really want to do Shambhavi, but I can't because I don't even know when that's going to be offered online, if ever. Or I would have to somehow save up to go to like the ashram in Tennessee to learn Shambhavi. And so I waited, and I waited until eventually I could learn Shambhavi. And then I learned it, and it was fantastic. And then I waited again because I wanted to learn Angamartana. And I tried Angamartana. Personally, it's not for me, and it was okay. But then I wanted to learn Surya Kriya. And I waited, and I waited, and I've finally learned Surya Kriya. And it's fantastic. And I'm waiting again for... It sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not. But I'll get to a point, I promise. I'm waiting again to learn Yogasanas. And like... This just reminds me about how I have this statue in my room. Transition. So I have this statue in my room, and it's of Nandi, and it's supposed to symbolize patience because Nandi was Adi Yogi, or the first yogi, or Shiva, Shiva's mode of transportation. Hope I'm not butchering this. So Nandi, he is like a symbol of patience. He's not waiting for Shiva to do anything. He's just simply waiting. And waiting is like, in India at least, it is seen as the highest form of intelligence, to just be patient. And I found that my patience is really being tested recently. To be honest, I've mentioned this before, but if this was like 50, 100 years ago, I wouldn't have the luxury of having to wait a year, 6 months to learn some sort of spiritual process. I'd have to wait like 12 years. And then maybe I still wouldn't be able to like learn the thing. So that was just something that came to my mind. And I just remembered, after I learn Yogasanas, I'll have to wait even more, and I don't know how long, for Shunya and Bhavaspandana and oh my god, Samyama. I heard that basically doesn't even happen anymore. I don't know how long I'm gonna have to wait for that. And on top of like having to wait forever for Samyama, I have to do like the first Shunya, Yogasanas, and Bhavaspandana. Those are like prerequisites. And it's like, oh my, I'm gonna have to wait so long for that. I'm prepared to wait. I'm just being impatient, and I'm voicing my impatience because I don't know. Maybe someone could learn something from it, but so much wait. And then after I learn all of that, I'll have to wait to volunteer at the ashram, and then after that, I have to wait even longer to do other things at the ashram, and it's. I swear I'm not complaining. This has some sort of purpose that I'm thinking about right now, but that's it. Patience. I have found, I thought I was patient in the past. Maybe I had some, but truly, it's being tested right now. And I can't complain because it feels... I've heard this story. I think Sadhguru talks about it in one of his books. I forget. It's probably Mystic Musings. It's probably somewhere in that book. But I believe, like, when Sadhguru initiates one of his monks or brahmacharis, he, when he asks to become a monk, some of them, or all, they have to wait like a few years and then they finally get initiated. And like in that period, Sadhguru says that like that patience period where they have to do nothing but wait for this thing they want, this like spiritual process, that like it ripens them up perfectly for the moment when they actually get initiated. Because that patience, that having to wait continuously, that is what like it like, I can't think of a better word than ripen. It gets them in the perfect state where they can truly receive the thing, and they can really value it. And I realized myself, like when I wanted to learn Surya Kriya, the more I waited, and the same with Shambhavi, the more I waited, the riper I became. I began to like strategize in my head. Okay, I really want to learn this, but if there wasn't like that period of waiting, I think at least, if there wasn't that period of waiting, if I just wanted to learn something and I instantly learned it, it would have been different, because like that ripening process wouldn't have happened of like, I want this and I can't quite have it, and like the yearning increases as like you get closer to potentially having it, and then when you finally get it, it's like you're fully receptive. Take me, it's time. And then I think that is something that patience can do. It can like help you receive something better. That's a hypothesis, at least. Maybe that's how mumbo jumbo in my head. Who knows? And those are my thoughts on patience. Thank you for watching.
Say bye. I'm sick and tired of waiting. I'm sick and tired of waiting by the phone. Home. I know you're home.
And you know what? I even have to like wait right now. I have to practice my patience right now because my computer is restarting. Okay, you can kind of see it, but my computer is restarting. I swear, I'm being tested right now. But it's probably, you know what? What's happening is I'm becoming more mature, and then when it when it actually finishes restarting, I'll appreciate the computer more. That must be what it is.